Everyone, Austin Willis here, and I'm going to educate you on what interactive video conferencing is. Now, something you may not know, this box in the top right corner, that could be an interactive video if I had someone on the end. We're going to go into more details in this PowerPoint. Now, interactive video conferencing, you may wonder, what is that? Is that like FaceTime? Is that like Skype? Is that like you have multiple people online? Yes, yes, and yes. Interactive video conferencing is a connection of two or more sites through audio and video. Now this means that you have to hear me, but you have to also be able to see me move around. Anything I do, you have to have that face connection. These real-time conferences are made possible through specialized video conferencing equipment, such as a webcam, audio devices, something as simple as a telephone, just a microphone to record what you're saying, but there has to be a connection, say, through broadband internet. Now, these audio and video aspects of interactive video conferencing allow meetings, classes, workshops, meetings to happen from virtually any location. You can see how this is imperative for the society we live in today. The last time you received a FaceTime call? Probably pretty recently if you have an iPhone. When's the last time you've been on, say, YouTube or TV, you see news anchors communicating long distances from separate screens, but they're able to view each other? Now, that is an interactive video conference. If you bring this field, you have limitless possibilities to expand your repertoire. Now, the invention was in the 1870s. The explosion of the computer market in the 1980s provided the technology needed for interactive video conferencing. Now, the computer market becoming more viable through the decrease in cost and the actual availability for everyday Americans and everyone else the world adds up was an important key for any kind of interactive video conferencing, because if you don't have the computer, the capacity to contain the information, then all you're doing is making phone calls. The video isn't this type of technology. The first commercial webcam, known as QuickCam, came into use in 1994. This is 2 years before I was born, seeing that I was a 96 baby. So this technology is on par with a lot of these college-age students, and I've grown up with, even if I hadn't realized it. Early software known as the CU-CME was released at Cornell University in 1995. Cornell's IT department had been playing around with video conferencing to try and talk, communicate, have more of a approach to the way they did things to the public in 95. Now that exploded the marketplace. You have inventors and people who were willing to back these inventions. That led to one thing after another. And once the internet became an actualized tool, Skype hit the market in 2003. Now Skype is still used today. It is an app, and we are able to use any kind of videos, any kind of texting, phone service. Skype is imperative for this because they're the very first one that came onto the scene. Now, businesses began adopting this interactive video conferencing in 2004, so just 1 year after Skype. That's what capitalism and the free market will do. If you have a stable app, and now the reliability of broadband, which came about in the 2000s, you have the invention of 21st century technology. How you see the classroom is into these late 2010s. Seeing how we have more of an online setting, we have online academies, we have classes taking place through distance learning, we have to have some way to communicate with each other. Now, schools turn to non-traditional online academies, such as my school district in Hawk, Arkansas, you might not ever see your students face. An online academy is going through Q12 entirely off campus. Let me say that again. You can get a high school diploma without ever stepping foot at the school that's providing material. So how are we going to communicate with these students who never come to Hoxie or wherever your respective school may be? Interactive video conferencing. If you're able to see a student face-to-face, be able to teach, relay the curriculum, be able to talk questions in a professional manner, you'll be able to accomplish the educational standard. Online courses such as a college class at UAM, any type of online learning, you may have to have a dialogue that requires an interactive video conference. It's much faster and much more one-personalized than an email or any type of text can be. Something that I found neat is having guest speakers in the classroom with interactive video conferencing. If you have a viable internet connection on both ends, you can have someone, say at a news station, someone at a museum, you can have anyone come in, go through a lesson plan. Say if I want to teach about history, okay, I could get a hold of a Civil War curator and I could have him come online through the class, and instead of a field trip, he can explain what happened, possibly have a diagram to show what happened to his respective site, and the students can have that one-on-one connection to be able to ask questions. Now, as you see the slide, there's a picture of students asking a question to the TV screen. The said curator, or whoever it may be, they're hosting the field trip with through online means. Now, interactive video conferencing can come in an educational setting. The ability to contact peers in your ed field over vast distances is now possible through interactive video conferencing. How many of y'all have been to the co-op to learn something, an in-service? We've all heard teachers going on flights to Chicago, to New York, taking trips to try to meet a conference that happened this year. Well, because of interactive video conferencing, we don't have to waste those miles. We can be able to tune in and understand what's happening without having to travel. Now, this is huge for people that can't get away or the expenses that a trip requires. You get the same knowledge of the people that are getting and get it in a personalized touch because you can see the mannerisms and what the said individual is saying. Now, this colleague correspondence is important for historians such as myself or anyone in the history field because there's always new information, new sources, always something that you want to get a hold of. Being able to tap a button on the computer, be able to log in, be like, all right, I want to contact Mr. James at 3 p.m. Okay, Mr. James is available. He's going to have his face on the screen. Hey, Mr. James, how are you doing? So we go from there. We're able to communicate. I can relay the information I'm looking for, and he can provide feedback. In some snow days or any extraordinary circumstances is made easier through interactive conferencing. We all know that snow days are almost a thing of the past. Schools are already sending out packets of homework, different ways to get on to not being in an actual class. If we have interactive video content, we can ensure the students get quality learning experiences while they're away from school. Now, a few websites. Both of these are extremely relevant in today's online learning environment. SCAP in particular is my favorite because of the different assets they have. There's different ways to communicate differences. Let's see if my internet will fast. Now, with technology, you have to have reliable internet. Here we go. Possibly. Skype, to stay in touch, talk, collaborate. It will be in the App Store, I promise you. Here we go. Now there's free trials. You can make mobile calls. Skype, Amazon Alexa device, interactive video conference going on. So, it's Skype educational. HD video calling, group chats, group conversation, FaceTimes. Skype Classroom. Look this out. Skype in the Classroom offers live experiences for thousands of students over 200 countries, including virtual field trips and guest speakers, collaborative lessons, and projects. What kind of an asset is that? You can't ask for anything better in the 21st century. Let's go over Skype in the Classroom. What loads? While this loads, there's an actual scene or a teacher showing the students when it appears because you have this interactive video conference. You can communicate from point D seamlessly. Skype in the Classroom is also effective, or Skype in general, because it's an app that you can acquire for free. Now, there may be limitations on how many people you can incorporate to a single app, but if in the free version and you have your list of, okay, I want to contact 1 through 9, or however many the limitation allows, then you'll be able to conduct your business in an effective manner. Okay, it looks like we're waiting on the actual. We have education, technology for teaching and learning, digital skills, what's new, training and events. Education. Now, these resources can be beneficial to what is. Say you want to talk about the department, okay, you can go ahead and have a group call. And so here you see the Microsoft Education Guide. Different users, you can become an education expert, see different resources that they have. This is updated monthly, so you have a stream of current knowledge. It's not just something they put out in the thousands and 90s. Relevant, up-to-date information. As we see, the world is changing faster than ever. You have to have different skill sets. By the time you graduate, you have to be tech savvy. You have to understand what to use in today's society. You have enhanced learning, so you have actual locations. You want to learn about history. You want to learn about English. There's different subject content material, different kinds of resources. It's really good to have all kinds of materials. Classroom has all kinds of technical support. They have the tools to use step by step on how to actually go in, type. And this is all through a company that lets you be able to make phone calls, interactive video conferences. You can do everything and then have all these assets at your fingertips just through one app, Skype. Now that's pretty cool. Something that is really changing the lens of education. Zoom is something that's also on the forefront of interactive video conferencing as the ways that people will go further in their education ability. So here we see Zoom, a flawless video, clear audio, instant sharing device. It looks like they're actually joining global video conferencing. So let's see. Meetings, video webinar, conference rooms, Zoom phone, business instance. They have all kinds of different tools. It's important for an education use because it's kind of a one-stop shop app. Affordable, easy to use. There's different ways that you can employ it in a class, and most notably interactive field trips that aren't actually field trips. There's virtual, being able to communicate with colleagues, being able to relay information. There's demos, there's free versions, but then you'll actual pay to use Zoom. It will give you more actual assets to use, but also you can sign up for free. You can join host meetings, and this is geared towards actual interaction, actual interactive video conferencing, setting, providing tools, that is. Skype has tools, resources you can use. Zoom is more of just, okay, I want to get in a hold with these people, I want to have this video conference on screen, more of the actual standard communication part of education. Now we have several different common interactive video conferencing apps. Aforementioned Skype, Zoom, Conference, Join.me, GoToMeeting, BlueJeans, Google Hangouts, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. Now these are some pretty big name places. Uber, Facebook, YouTube. There's a lot of people on the interactive video conferencing scene because of how standardized it's become in society. It's standard for you to be able to pick up your phone, be able to pick up your computer, your tablet, iPad. You'll be able to communicate with people through video. You have audio, you have to have a clear connection. You have to be able to interactively video conference with people in the side. Now here we can see my reflection. Video conferencing is going to be imperative for anyone that's going to be an educator such as myself. I interact with video conference with people almost daily at this point. Being able to cross-reference something about material with history, being able to contact students, be able to have a mass group of teachers explain what's going on in the co-op, it's very important. With my school district at Hawks, we were going to have an academy. Now, having students in my grade who I'm never going to see or change. Online courses are one thing, but having their entire curriculum just purely, you have to be able to communicate with these kids face-to-face. You have to have some kind of technology and asset, such as Skype, to be able to see these kids, be able to explain, so you can ensure that their learning is going smoothly. The second part of reflections echoes narrative. That's great, but I can also get material from, say, Little Rock, from St. Louis, Dallas. I can set in on any type of in-service at any co-op at any given point. Interactive video conferences is made for leisure. It's made to make learning easy. Education has become more streamlined. If we don't have a camera, we don't have a type of cognitions to be able to see what's going on the whole broad scale, and we're doomed to regulate ourselves to be an average. In today's world, we have to use every asset at our tips, such as these video conferences, to be able to expand our knowledge. Bibliography. Sources: Forbes, LiveWire, Educational. There are quite a few sources that are weighing in on the pros and cons of interactive video conferencing. As we saw, there are many more pros that outweigh the cons. Communications and software. Best in software from PC Mag. There are quite a few different sources that help video conferencing for a reason. If you have a phone, if you have a laptop, if you have a tablet, if you have any type of modern technology, which 98% of the modern United States population has, you're going to be involved with interactive video conferencing. I hope I was able to enlighten you on how this technology came about and the importance of interactive video conferencing in our modern educational world.